What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Mountains of Cola Espresso, and welcome back to another Infinite Warfare video here today on the channel, as well as the countdown. Now, 22 days out from Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered release, but today we got a little bit of a look in at the beta for Infinite Warfare, and more particularly, some information regarding the game that we see in the beta and also the full build. More specifically in this one, supply drops. We're gonna be talking about why this system see it as, and we're gonna be explaining the whole thing in depth here for you guys. But before we get too far into it, if you guys enjoy the video, make sure you drop a like rating down below. And if you guys are new to the channel, maybe consider subscribing. That button down below takes a half second to click, and you guys get notified and updated with everything we do here regarding Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered. But let's talk about supply drops. As you guys know, I have been vocal on supply drops both here on my channel as well as on Twitter previously. I was not a fan of the way the systems worked in Advanced Warfare, as well as even more so in Black Ops 3, and I've always given you guys my 100% honest opinion on the systems here with this. So that said, I'm gonna go out on a limb here, but before you hear my statement, I want you to clear all preconceived notions from your minds. What you know about the previous supply drop systems, throw it out the window. In order for this to even work, you need to have zero judgments beforehand, because what I'll say might piss people off, and I know some people will still take this the wrong way, and even if their minds are clear, I still expect some backlash for this, even though I've always been 100% open with you guys on this. So hopefully you guys can sit through this statement and let me make my case here with this and explain it a little bit to you guys. But I'd go as far to say that this is the best supply drop system that we've seen yet in Call of Duty. It currently is not like Advanced Warfare or Black Ops 3, but instead, it's kind of like a hybrid that focuses more on the positive aspects of each system. Now, let me explain here with this how it runs down. Earlier today in the Infinite Warfare beta stream, we got a little bit of a look at the Quartermaster, who houses the ability to buy supply drops and then as well as access our armory for our Infinite Warfare weapons. Now, we didn't get any information on the armory just yet, but I would just be willing to bet that that is just like Advanced Warfare's armory, where you get some of your weapons and then they showcase in there. You can maybe even delete weapons for the ability to get XP, maybe trade them. That's kind of wishful thinking and hopeful, but I don't think it's actually gonna happen. But regardless, things like that would happen in the armory. It's just basically a housing unit for your weapon variants in game. But the supply drop system in Infinite Warfare is almost identical to that of the Black Ops 3 supply drop system. Supply drops will cost keys, and there'll be 2 rarities of each supply drop. 10 keys for a common and 30 keys for a rare. Now, identically to Black Ops 3, commons have no guarantees, and rares have a guaranteed rare item as well as bonus salvage. Now, this I think is where it gets really good. Salvage is the in-game currency in Infinite Warfare. From the game, you earn salvage for playtime, challenges, and a bunch of other different variables. Then you can use that salvage that you earned in-game to actually buy weapon variants. The way it was denoted in the beta showcase was that it was sequential, like there were tiers to the weapons that you had to unlock firstly. So one variant is succeeded by another, if that makes any sense, where you have to buy the lesser of the two to get to the higher value one initially. So these variants will cost a decent amount of salvage. From the looks of the demo of the stream, the highest variant was that of 3,500 salvage and the lowest being 200 salvage. So there's a pretty big gap there, but from the demo, it was 4 different variants, the 4th one being the highest and then the lowest one being the first variant with that. So with no real grasp on how much salvage we get per game, that's really a still big question mark on how quickly you can actually earn or buy those weapons with the in-game currency. So that's where this comes back to supply drops then. You can take your chances and gamble a bit with keys, which you also earn once again from in-game playtime and different challenges. Right now, it should be noted that there's no way to actually buy supply drops with real life money. I would expect that to be coming later, but for the time being and the sake of this video, it's not in the game at this point, so we don't have to worry about it just yet. And you can potentially skip the middleman of earning salvage, and if you're lucky, get the variant you've been wanting with just a few keys. So that said, it's a system that rewards both sides here with this. You can test your luck, but you by no means have to do so, because there is a perfect way of legitimately earning weapon variants in Infinite Warfare, as opposed to how we saw variants work in Advanced Warfare, where you could only get those out of supply drops, and of course then it became a more monetized thing whenever advanced supply drops were entered in. But once again, it's also just that combination combination of both systems. You can get variants for actually working in the game instead of just testing your luck like you would in Advanced Warfare, but also you can test your luck with the Black Ops 3 supply drop system, where you also still have that positivity of being able to earn keys for supply drops. So once again, it comes down to the both pieces of this working together, the positive aspects, and making the system that is going to be in Infinite Warfare. So that said, once again, I've always been against supply drops, but this actually seems pretty tolerable to me. Until there's a huge emphasis on the monetary aspect of it, I have absolutely no problem with the system as of right now. Now, for those wondering why we're just now hearing about supply drops, it's kind of been inferred in something that we could have anticipated. It's probably due to marketing, because if you drop the bomb that supply drops are returning, but with no knowledge of how that actually will work or no information how it would work, you add that into the already big giant hellstorm that Infinite Warfare caused whenever it was first revealed. That is a very, very big community that is very upset at that point. So I think it was smart to wait until now, and then also seeing how this works, I think it definitely is a nice way to incorporate it, but it's now being introduced into the beta. You can actually get supply drops and all that kind of stuff in the beta because they really want to stress the customization and the weapon variants here within Infinite Warfare. There's going to be way more weapons than we've ever seen in a Call of Duty title, and it's something that thanks to these weapons, we can now see it, but they really want to stress the ability to get these weapons, these variants, so they're now making it open with every possibility that they have here. You can earn salvage in the beta, and then you can also earn salvage and variants from supply drops. So they're just really doing it to showcase the customization, nothing more at this point. So I think it's going to be a system that works out pretty decently. Once again, I've always been vocal. I've always given you guys my opinion here on supply drops, so I wanted to let you guys know how this works and really not give you too much of a biased view. I wanted to bring it to you guys in as clear and concise of a manner as possible so that you guys can leave your thoughts down there in the comment section down below. What do you guys think of this system? Do you guys like it? Do you guys like how it's set up, or do you just hate the idea of it returning? Anything you may have to say down there is always, of course, greatly welcomed. But that's where we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like rating down below. And if you guys are new to the channel, maybe consider subscribing to stay up to date with everything we have here regarding Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered coming up here in the very near future. The Infinite Warfare beta drops tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think that's 7 p.m. GMT if I'm not mistaken, but regardless, right around the corner now from being able to drop a lot of gameplay for you guys. So hopefully you guys are hyped. I will see you guys later. My name is Nikolai Espresso. Take care and peace.